Hey guys, it's Andrea from AndreaBaggy.com, and today I want to answer the question, what should I charge for shipping on Etsy? So when you first start your shop on Etsy, there are like 1,000 things you have to know, and it can all be so overwhelming. And for me, I found that especially to be true with shipping. When I sold my first order, I was like, what do I even do? I write on a mailer and bring it to the post office? What do I even do with this? So today I wanted to answer one of the questions I had in the beginning, which was, what do I even charge for shipping? So today I wanted to talk about pricing shipping on Etsy, options you have for charging with shipping profiles, and then how to create a shipping profile. So before I dive into the actual content of this video, I wanted to be totally honest with you guys and let you guys know that I am actually a huge proponent of offering free shipping on Etsy. So our shop switched over in October when Etsy announced that they would be they'd be offering big SEO benefits for shops that were offering free shipping. And we have found that to be so beneficial for us. I know that's not the case for everybody, but we have found free shipping to be totally worth the, maybe the extra hassle that it is, or just worth the change. So I want to be totally honest with that. I have a whole post about why you should offer free shipping, how to offer free shipping, and just everything, unpacking my thoughts on free shipping, and I'll link it below. So that's where my shop is currently. We use calculated listings with free shipping, but I do want to talk about pricing shipping because I realize that free shipping is not for everybody. I just wanted to let you guys know that what we are currently doing before we start actually talking about pricing shipping. So if free shipping is not for you, I totally understand. The first thing we need to do is get an average shipping price for your items. So this can be kind of hard to do if you first started out because you kind of need a decent sample size to get an average. But thankfully, Etsy understands this problem, and they've actually created a rate calculator where you can go in and enter your dimensions and the weights of your packages and the zip codes you're shipping from, and it'll pull up the prices that would cost for each service that USPS offers. So this is super handy if you're first starting out because you don't know how much it's going to cost exactly because you haven't shipped much. However, you can figure out how much your items weigh, the dimensions of your packages, you can plug it in there and then get an idea based on that. One important thing to note is that for both first class and priority, the rates are zonable, which basically just means they change slightly based on where you're sending to. So if I'm from St. Louis and I'm sending a package to California, it's going to be more expensive than if I were to send a package to Indiana. So something I recommend doing whenever you're calculating your rates is grabbing a rate from LA, Chicago, and New York, and then averaging the three because that kind of hits all the parts of the countries, and that will probably give you a pretty good idea of how much you should charge for shipping. Also, one more thing to note, the fastest and easiest way to get accurate weights of your packages is to get a postal scale. I'll link the one we use in the description, but that's super easy. You can just order on Amazon and then you'll be able to know down to the ounce how much your packages weigh. The second thing I wanted to talk about was the options that you have for choosing the price of your shipping. So there's one option where Etsy calculates it for you. So basically your buyer will go in, and if they see your price of the listing, and then they can hit shipping and they can put in their zip code, and it'll tell them how much shipping is going to cost them based on the information that you've given about your weight and dimensions of your package, and it calculates it all for you. And then there's another option that's a fixed price where you're saying I did the averages, I did the weighing and all that kind of stuff, and I'm going to charge $4 to ship this item no matter where it's going to. Obviously, you can set an international you can set different prices for international because that's clearly going to be way different than if you were shipping in the US. So the follow-up question to that is, which one do I think you should choose? I don't think there's a right answer for everybody. I think that it depends on what you're selling. I can tell you that our shop used the fixed option for the first 4.5 years until we switched to free shipping, which now we use calculated because for free shipping it's easiest to use calculated. But for the first 4 years we use fixed, and we use that for two reasons. The first one is not super complicated. It just made my products an even dollar amount. I really liked the idea for my sake when it came to bookwork and stuff, and for my buyer's sake that they could go and get the makeup bag for $20 and that was it, shipped the whole thing. So the first reason was that I got to choose what the final price of it was. The second reason is that when I started calculated shipping in the beginning, I noticed that anyone who ordered multiples of things, so if they ordered 2 of my tote bags, they were getting charged double the amount of shipping when it actually didn't cost me that much because I would obviously mail them in the same box, which was another $5 cheaper, so I had to go in and refund overages, and then I also was worried that it was deterring people from even ordering because the shipping price was jumped so high. And so I just wanted to make sure that I had control over how much one item cost, how much each additional item cost, and it made the dollar amounts even. So for me, it was just easier to use fixed price shipping in the beginning. That's why we chose fixed. Calculated can be really good for people who sell bulkier items or for people who have like a lot of different kinds of items and they don't have as good of an idea of what this particular item is gonna cost to ship, and so you just use a calculated, and it can be a lot simpler, especially if you only have one available. That might be a great option for you. Like I said, if you decided that you wanted to do free shipping, I recommend using the calculated and then just checking the little box that says free shipping. We only offer domestic, if you're wondering. The next thing I wanted to talk about is how to create a shipping profile. So you might be like, okay, got it, I know what I'm gonna charge, I did the thing, I'm ready to actually go in and do it. So creating a shipping profile on Etsy is really easy. All you have to do is go to your shop manager and then head over to settings and then go to shipping settings, and then you wait for the page to load. And then from there, you should be right on the tab with shipping profiles, and you can add a shipping profile through here. So this is a super easy way to do it. You select all of your options. You can have them calculate for you or enter the fixed cost manually. You can set your origin, the processing time, the whole thing. So this is where you fill out everything. In my blog post for this post, I shared screen grabs of what all the settings looked like for my past listings that I did my fixed prices of and my new calculated free shipping listing. So if you want to see those, like the settings that I chose, you can go ahead and just, I'll link the blog post in the description below. One thing to note is that you might have saw it on my screen share, but I kept my fixed price listings up there so you guys could see them. Whenever we did fixed price shipping, I set my profiles up based on the dollar amount that I would charge. So I had 3, 4, and then I deleted this one, but a $6 option. And then I just assigned the listings that needed to go to each. So that was the easiest way that I found to set up my shipping profiles based on what I had to charge. So if you choose to do fixed prices, I recommend doing that. It made it very, very simple. While you're making your profiles, make sure that you have all of those sections filled out. Etsy really likes whenever all those sections are filled out, and it just gives more information to your buyer. That way there's no surprises when it comes to shipping. So I definitely recommend taking full advantage of all of those options that you're able to choose and filling out each and every section of the profile. One of the absolute most important things to remember with Etsy is that all of this stuff happens through trial and error. So if you're starting your shop out and you're getting overwhelmed, like I have no idea how to ship, don't freak out. It happens with trial and error. You're gonna mess up. I definitely charge too much for shipping at times, and I definitely charge way not enough for shipping at some times. It just happens. That's how you learn. So I want to stress not to get overwhelmed and just to kind of take it as it comes, learn things as you go, research if you can, but also to not let that stop you from starting your shop, because there's just no way that you're ever gonna know all of the stuff before you start. So I hope that this video was helpful. If you're an Etsy seller, leave a link in the comments of your shop. I would love to be able to check it out. I think that's so fun. If travel and Etsy is sort of your thing, I would love it if you hung around. So please hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it. Thanks guys. See you soon.